Welcome back to Friday Sports Media. My name is Andrew Nance, and today we'll be previewing the Class 4A first round matchup between the Woodstock North Blue Thunder and the Dixon Dukes. Alrighty, so here we go. So last week, on my way back from Byron, watching the Class 1A regional championship between Byron and Oregon, I did make a stop in Dixon to watch Dukes take on the Genoa Kingston Cogs. So this is a matchup that, Dixon going into that game, when I was listening to it in the car in the first quarter, had some penalties that game, first quarter, but also the Dukes kind of proved that, they can be a contender in the 4A bracket. So one of the biggest questions I had with the Dukes was who was going to be the next person to step up, and that when I did, kind of did that 5 questions or 6 questions, whatever questions I did going into the season, right at the beginning of the season. So here we go. So Dixon, they're coming in with the 8-1 record. They finished second overall in the Big Northern Conference. So their only loss was to Byron. They're taking on Woodstock North, the Blue Thunder, out of the Kishwaukee River Valley Conference as well. So Woodstock North is coming in with the 6-3. They were also in the 5A playoffs last year. They made it to the second round last year before losing to the defending state champions, Nazareth Academy, last year. So Dixon also was in the playoffs last year. They made it all the way to the quarters last year and also finishing with double-digit wins. They lost to Coal City last year and also finished second in the Big Northern Conference as well. So going into this game, Woodstock North's only 3 losses were to IC Catholic Prep out of Elmhurst. They lost to them 40-13. Marengo 14-13, and then Richmond Burden 21-0 out of the Kishwaukee River Valley Conference. So in the Kishwaukee, they finish 5-2 overall in conference play, and also finished second as the runner-ups there in the Kishwaukee River Valley Conference. So going into this game for Woodstock North is you got to stop the pass game and also stop the run game of the Dukes as well. So Dixon, their run game this year has been, red hot this year. Landon Knigge, he's had a really good season this year. When you talk about the Dukes this year, last week at Genoa Kingston, he also set a school record last week at Dixon. So congrats to Landon as well. We interviewed him, after. So this team for Dixon, I kind of look at them as, kind of like a state contending team. But, this year, one of their minds was also getting over that hump, winning the conference title as well over Byron. So for Dixon, it's going to be the big boys up front. I believe that's what it's been since we watched them in Oregon throughout the regular season. I watched them at Oregon, and I watched them against Kingston last week as well. So I believe for them, it's going to be the big boys. It's going to depend on the big boys up front because their line has done really well this year. They also, for the Dukes this year, they've returned, I believe, a lot out of their offensive line as well. And Jagger Kemp and the receiving core as well, they kind of, stepped up a bit as well. Dixon last year, I believe, they were more of a spread team with Colin Shaner, but Jagger Kemp, he's done a great job at quarterback as well for the Dukes as well. So this game for Woodstock North is, you got to know where Knigge's going to run because he's been electric this year for the Dukes that I mentioned earlier. And also for both sides, they got to play, disciplined football. And I think, for them, Woodstock North, they want to try to make it far this year. And same thing too with Dixon. When you look at the Dukes, they have a team that could go far this year in Class 4A, and some of their goals is actually to win a state championship. They were close last year when they did make the quarterfinals as well. They were close from a trip to the semis as well. So if they wanted, I think for the playoffs right now, they've proven that they can be a team that could be a top contender throughout the regular season this year, and also they returned a lot from last year. Hopefully, for them, they want to finish, with back-to-back seasons with double-digit wins. Last year, they won 10 games last year, and let's say you want to add a state championship. So the winner of this matchup will take on either the Coal City Kohlers or the Sterling Golden Warriors in Class 4A as well. So they'll be take on them, whoever wins that contest in the second round as well. So Dixon and Woodstock North will be playing at AC Bowders Field at Dixon High School in Dixon, Illinois, the first round. Their matchup is set to be on Friday night at 7 o'clock as well. And we'd like to wish good luck to the Blue Thunder and the Dukes as well. So that is the first preview of the first round's matchups for the IHSA playoffs. So we'll be previewing another one, and also we'll be previewing a lot of games throughout the week as well. Have a great day, and also good luck to the Blue Thunder and the Dukes on a great postseason run.